I'll take the authority on schizophrenics that they try to call schizophrenics. Some of the best people I've ever met were like homeless people on the street. Like, seriously, literally in a schizophrenic state without parents. I had the luxury of having parents. A lot of these people do not and did not. And it was systematically created in that way. So you would find some of the best people in the world on the streets. And there's this popular meme going around that schizos beat psychopaths. And it's because it's true. Schizophrenic, quote unquote, schizophrenic people do beat the psychopath in the food chain. And you would think it to be like unbelievable, but it's true. These psychopaths with the most money, unbelievably way too much money, and then the people they deem schizophrenic at the bottom of the food chain actually beat the psychopaths. So if this doesn't give you kind of like a, if you're not prophetic, I'm not prophetic, dude, but you're looking at these fucking psychopaths and then also like don't hate them. By the way, I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I don't hate all these weird mind control scientists that I've been studying and following. I don't hate them because I think if people can be mind controlled, they need to be mind controlled. And people used to call me like reptilian for, oh, you're reptilian for that. You're weak. You need to be stronger. You need to be strong, dude. There needs to be a singularity between the psychopath and the schizophrenic. But you know what's not going to happen? What's not going to happen is a psychopath control. It's not, dude. The schizos will trump you 10 times to 1 because people obviously call me, I don't care. It doesn't matter because everything that fucking happens comes to pass. Not saying I'm better, not saying that it's all dates and times. I don't give you dates and times. That's insane. But it's like it seems as if whatever the consciousness puts its energy into, you will reap the reward of the ungodly. You will reap the reward of the ungodly when people start to freaking actually see what's going on here. And so I don't recommend reading the files of the crap and the nonsense, but also everyone's problems would disappear if they would freaking get a job. If you would get a job, if you would stop being, this is where I turn. This is where I turn on people. If you would get a job, if you would fucking participate in society, goddamn, dude, don't be so weak. If you would participate in society, if you would get a fucking job and be a normal goddamn person, because my bloodline comes from both of the avenues. My bloodline comes from both the psychopath and the schizophrenic. So I've never been confused about pedophiles and disgusting, decrepit people and shit, dirty money. Never been confused. Never. Not for one day, not for 1 second, not at all. But a lot of people are really confused and they're like, I don't want to do work. I don't want to have a job. You only fuck yourselves. And this is where the Antichrist and the singularity forms is like, you're going to fuck yourself. You're going to fuck yourself because you keep reading the shit. You're too schizo. You have to be more of a right brain person. They might win over you if you're too left brained. All the homeless people that I've ever met, beautiful souls. Whatever comes their way, come what may. They're too left brained, right? Like they don't have like that psychopathic nature that's like, I'm gonna succeed, I'm gonna rise above, I'm gonna like do it different. You gotta couple the schizo with the psycho. This is the surviving remnant of Christ. You're waiting for an antichrist. I think that, dude, okay, if you're solution oriented, wouldn't you not make it to where there was a person you can crucify? I mean, if you think about like troubleshooting, the way they crucified Christ, wouldn't you make it to where there was no physical body to crucify? Obviously, you would troubleshoot and you would say, next time, I don't want a physical body that could be crucified. So you wouldn't fucking do it. So, excuse me for saying, but all these people waiting for the Antichrist, I don't think you're going to get a physical man because that physical man could be crucified. So get the frick out of here, dude. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. But if people want to survive this time, you got to couple a bit of your schizo with a bit of the psycho. You gotta figure it out, dude. You can't be all left brain schizo, which I'm like a left brain schizo freaking fanatic. But also, you gotta do something different. You gotta do something profound. You gotta make money, dude. You want to live, you gotta make money. If you don't wanna live, I don't hold it against you. But I understand a lot of people have reasons to live. So make the fucking money, be a little bit more psychopathic, beat the psychopaths because you're a schizo, right? Schizos beat psychos. We always do, and we always will, and it will never stop. We will always beat them because it is nature. You know a pedophile when you walk in the fucking room. Are you going to persecute them? No. But everyone knows everything now. Everyone knows everything. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the surveillance state. Don't worry about shit surveilling you because goddamn they're surveilling them. It's fine. You're fine. Go out there, make fucking money, live your goddamn life. Stop worrying about being a schizophrenic.